Alrighty, folks, so it's been a couple days. I've actually recorded a bunch of shop updates, they just didn't want to upload, so hopefully this one did. Ed's bike and Warren's bike are gone, John's bike is gone, Jimmy's bike is gone. Jimmy made one pass at the track before the rain hit. It was just a first gear pull through, it left nice and soft. It was 3 pounds of boost, it was nothing. So he's ready to rock and roll. So we're going to spin around, give you an update on what we got going on in the shop. You're going to see one missing, the CBR. It is currently in storage. So he bought a Amazon, eBay, $69 stator and regulator rectifier kit. Don't do that. So in exchange, he bought that for nothing, and now he's paying me to replace it with a Rick stator and rectifier, which in total is going to cost him about $465. So let's spin you all around. The 01 Gixxer. I have stripped down this motor, stole the starter drive, rotor, and all that out of it, which is not fun. On the 01s, you cannot remove that rotor without removing this guide, so the head had to come off. However, 03 and up, they're soft and squishy, and if you're very careful and you heat them up with a heat gun, you can flex them out enough to get it changed. So he has the appropriate rotor in here. I changed the starter drive out, as you can tell by it being a black cover now instead of a gray cover, which he may in the future decide to swap that out too, because that's ugly, but it is what it is. I got the cams back in. They're in time. Plugs are back in. I just need to go get silicone to silicone the U's on the end of the valve cover again and get the valve cover back on it. I can button it up, fire it up, and it should run. Then I've just got to repair these 3 connections that overheat, and there's 2 burned up pins in here that I'm just going to de-pin and jump around to connector. So that'll fix that. And then the rear is just bad ground on the light. This thing will be ready to go home tomorrow. He needs a front tire really badly. I gotta remember to tell him he needs a front tire really badly. Rear looks okay, although I don't know why you'd be running a hookup on the street. Let's see, we got Nancy 2.0 over here. 2.0, I have a plan of attack on this. I'm gonna pull the Dana ignition box off. I'm gonna tidy up all the wiring, mount the dash, tune it out. I got to take that starter box and turn it into just an on-bike 24 volt, which shouldn't be too difficult. I should have everything there to do that. And then we'll get Nancy ready to go to the track. Still waiting on an image file on that. The gentleman who may have an image file will be home today. So hopefully I hear something tomorrow or Tuesday. That's what I'm looking for. This one's going to go on the dyno this week quick. This one, I got a tail for today, and I went ahead and got the Max ECU back from Greg and got it on there. So we're just waiting for Scotty to build the motor. Scotty has most of the short block done. Got to go out to Motorhead to get the fitting. This one is on heat cycles and almost done, ready to go in. It fires right up. Don't make me a liar. I do have that idled up slightly. And then I got out of money. Dropped off by a gentleman for just check it over. I'm going to put it on the dyno, make sure the boost controller does what the boost controller does. This one has made passes before as a hand clutch, supposedly, so it should be good. He said the fuel was good, everything was good. It's been alive for a while, so I do not feel I'm going to have to retune this one. But he has a hand slider in there, and he's never been able to make it work. So I'm going to throw him a tune-up in there for that hand slider. And he also wants me to proof whether or not that pipe is losing him power or not. So I'll just make a pull, and then immediately drop the V-band, cool it back down to the same temperature, make a pull again. I got a tune tomorrow. I had a tune yesterday. I had a tune the day before. I had a couple of people come in yesterday. One was an injector clean. One was just check over his tune files and logs and make some slight tweaks to his nitrous and see how that does. But we're getting there. Shit's flying through here. I should have this Gixxer done tonight, depending on how I feel or if I go get a margarita, because I'm a little sore. I was in a crash earlier today. There was no damage to my vehicle. I just decided to let it be. He's a young kid, didn't want him to get a hit on his insurance, nor did I want to have to report it to my insurance. So he's going to eat the fact that he just crunched his frickin' Dodge Challenger and the car that was behind me. And I'm fine with it. My back's a little stiff, but it'll be okay. So, I think that's all we got going on. The weather's beautiful outside. It is Sunday, and I am probably going to head home for the evening. Y'all have a beautiful day.